It was raining, but I really didn't think it was raining that hard.
But it just continued to rain and rain and rain.
The water came up a little more, and the water came up a little more.
I see this little yellow rain-coated figure on the edge of their property waving their arms and screaming. She's like, they're in the house, they're in the house. And she's screaming and crying.
And out of nowhere, 3 people are in the middle of the river.
We knew we probably couldn't get back in because the current was so bad and the water was still rising.
But the water was rushing so quick and it was so strong that I couldn't, at one point I said, I can't do it.
My dad walked in, he had a rope or a strap, and he went in with us, and we ended up throwing that out to Jack and Heather.
I was scared, I was shaking, it was crazy. I never, I'm lucky. I'm pretty lucky.
When the guys were cutting the trees at the bridge, it was very scary.
That was pretty hairy because they were jammed in there pretty good, and we realized that we had to get them out of there. Other ones would jam in, make it even worse.
We hear more stories, and then the lights went out. And not only were we in the dark, but we were in the dark for information.
The following morning is when we kind of ventured in and saw all the devastation and, realized the extent of it. How bad the town had taken a hit, the houses that were lost, the breaching of the road, both north and south of town, gave us the real picture of what was going on.
We set up some ladders and some things to a makeshift bridge to get across and get over to the road, and we made our way to town.
And the meetings that we had every few days that kept us informed of what was going on and how the roads were coming along and when the electric would come on. Those meetings, the people, everybody was talking to each other.
People's attitudes were fantastic in the crowd. There were jokes.
Just that sense of, okay, we have this thing, whatever this thing is, let's keep it going.
I think people realized the seriousness of it, but it was also a time for us to rejoice in each other. We all made it. That was the best part.
Well, the storm certainly was devastating, but here in Pittsfield, we can take care of our own. We can take care of ourselves.
All over town, people responded immediately, digging out, helping other people. It was almost like it was choreographed, and obviously it wasn't.
This is a town of very few people who put everybody else before themselves. On day 1, on day 7, on the 8th week, everybody cared what was going to happen to the community more than they happened to care about themselves.
Yeah, if humanity would be like this, there would be nothing wrong with this world. There would be nothing wrong. This is what God wants us all to do. Help each other and love your neighbor. Well, that's all it could be. That's all it is.